So we started off the Lake Union ASI Spring Fellowship with the message of Moses as a type of the Adventist church. And basically the premise we looked at was how God had to prepare Moses to go into ministry. He had to prepare Moses to do the work of mingling with the community. And in order to do that, Moses had to go through two baptisms, in essence. One at his birth, being drawn out of water, and then his second experience when he had that experience with God at the burning bush. And so, in order for us to be prepared to go into ministry, we must be baptized by water and by fire. And then God reveals to Moses his desire. He says, I've heard the oppression of my people. And so that was basically the essence of Friday night's message. And then Sabbath morning, we dealt with the second part of that narrative, which is Moses now going into the community. He's drawn out of the wilderness and he goes into the city. And he is now called to do a work in the city. And the work he was called to do is to mingle with men as one who desired their good. And only after he does this does he bid them follow him. And we're to follow that same pattern as God's people at the end of time. So those were the two sermons that we built this theme of community on. The call to action in both of these messages is the idea that we are that end-time Moses, and we've got to become more active in our communities, not just preaching the gospel, but actually demonstrating the love of God by demonstrating that we care about people. How are we going to do that? We've got to get into our communities, know what's keeping them in the house of bondage, and realizing that you cannot worship God in a house of bondage, which is why God said, let my people go that they may serve me. So we've got to focus on how can we deliver people from their current houses of bondage so that they can be free to worship God.